really wonderful to be together. And I hope at least some of you were able to enjoy some of the goodies outside. So, as you can see, we have a rather full bima this morning. Morning. Wow. It's been a long day, folks. This evening, well, the Jewish day begins in the evening, so in a way, it's as if it's morning. Think about that. So you have me, I'm Rabbi Audrey Marcus Berkman, Rabbi Daniel Schaefer, Josh Cohen, Andy O'Connell, Karen Lasser, David Spar. I don't know the last time when we've had this grouping of musicians together, and so this feels really wonderful, and wonderful to be gathering at such a dark time of year that we just insist on lighting up with our Hanukkah candles and of course our Shabbat candles and the beautiful lights of this dome. We're so glad to be here in person together, and we're so glad that those of you who are joining us on Zoom or on the live stream are here with us as well. We're going to begin with Hine Matov. We're on page 10. Please sing with us.
Hine Matov Manai Shevet Achim Yachad. Hine Matov Manai Shevet Achim Yachad. Repeat after me. How good yeah, it is to be together. How good it is to be together. Hands in the air, friends. Whoa, 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 whoa. All right, you know what to do. From the top. Hine, here we go. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Yachad. Hine Matov Manayim Shevet Achim Yachad. How good it is to be together. We sing together. How good it is to be together. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad. Hine Matov Umanayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad.
It is so very good to be together. We so appreciate it in ways we probably couldn't have imagined appreciating it when we are together and get to see each other's faces, even just above the nose. It's a real treat. I read of a beautiful image of the Hanukkah lights as poking holes in the darkness. So I love to think that every little light just pokes through the darkness. And of course we can take that as a metaphor. And those lights are so stubborn, they're so little, but they do such big and important work of reminding us of hope and warmth and love and connection and persistence and resistance in the face of all kinds of challenges. So I always feel sad when we get around to the sixth night of Hanukkah. It feels like, what happened? It's almost over. It's such a profound holiday in so many ways, and one that I think we need the message of so much, especially during challenging times. So let's really take it in tonight, those lights that poke holes in the darkness, whatever that darkness is for us, and really cherish it. We had invited folks to bring their own Chanukiot, their own menorahs, and Many of us may not have remembered that, and that is perfectly fine. But if you did bring one and would like to bring it up to the front and light with us, you are absolutely welcome to do so. We'll give folks a chance to do that. And then we'll be on page 279 in our prayer books for the Hanukkah blessings. We'll say those two blessings together. Rabbi Schaefer will be lighting our large Hanukkah over there, if you want to take a look at that as well. So if you guys want to light the shamash, we'll sing the blessings. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehalikeh Page 365 for Ma'oz Tzur. Ma'oz Tzur Yeshuvati Lechanae Eshameach Tikuni Tefilati Misham Todah
this week doesn't mean we forget that it's Shabbat. And so while it's an honor to welcome in the light of the Hanukkah candles to celebrate Hanukkah tonight, we turn to page 2 and we welcome in Shabbat by lighting the Shabbat candles.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik So for our psalm of Kabbalat Shabbat this evening, we're going to choose an excerpt from Psalm 97, Or zarua latzadik, light is sown for the righteous. For obvious reasons, we chose the psalm that focuses the most on light for tonight. And we have a special reggae-inspired arrangement by our own David Spar, composed for our reggae Shabbat that we've had a couple of times now, and hopefully we'll have again in our future. So the words are on page 14, and you'll recognize some of the other words from Bob Marley.
Message to you.
Every little thing's gonna be alright. For the ruach latzadik. Every little thing's gonna see God's light. We're going to turn to Lecha Dodi and welcome the Shabbat presence into our midst, verses 1, 2, 5, and 9 on pages 20 and 21.
Lecha lecha doti, lecha lekrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat lekabala. Lecha lecha doti, lecha lekrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat lekabala. La 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 la. Lecha doti, lecha lekrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat lekabala. Lecha lecha doti, lecha lekrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat lekabala. Shamor v'zachor v'chor echad, ishmi anu elam echad, Adonai echad, u'shmo echad, u'shemo tiferet v'liti la 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 lecha doti, lecha lekrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat lekabala. Lecha lecha doti, lecha lekrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat lekabala. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha, ki mikrar ha'meracha, mirosh mikedem nesucha, tzavah aseh b'majdecha l'chila, la 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 la, lecha doti, lecha lekrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat lekabala. Lecha lecha doti, lecha lekrat kala, b'nei b'nei Shabbat lekabala.
Verse 5.
Toreri, Toreri, Ima Orech
seated for a moment. As we turn to the Baruch on page 28, I want to offer everybody here a fairly unusual invitation tonight. This is the moment where we transition from the warm-up of Kabbalat Shabbat into the more formal Ma'ariv service. And it's a time to check in and to say, are we ready? But the truth is, we're never fully ready for everything. We're never ready to be perfect, to know every last word or every last melody. And so I want to invite everybody here to make a mistake tonight, to not be afraid to jump into a new melody or a new prayer because you don't know it. Please make holy mistakes tonight because you're trying and you're learning and you're bringing your voices and your souls into this space. We fill up this big room with our beautiful voices when we join in together. And even if everything isn't familiar, I promise you're ready enough to pray. And we are ready enough tonight as a community. And so we turn to page 28 for the Baruch Hu, and we rise in either body or spirit.
Adonai
page 36. We chant together these words of Torah, V'ahavta. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levacha v'chol nafshecha v'chol meodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi metzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinatan levanecha v'dibarta b'am v'shivtecha v'veitecha v'lechtecha v'derech v'shochbecha v'kumecha v'kshartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha v'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha v'yisharecha leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'yitem kedoshim lelohechem Ani Adonai Elohechem Asher hoseti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim Lihiyot lachem le'elohim Ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem Emet.
We'll turn to page 40 for Micha Mocha, but we'll sing it to a little Hanukkah melody tonight. The tune of Ma'os Tzor. We'll make it work somehow. Our ancestors had persistence as they crossed that sea so improbably, and they got to the other side so full of gratitude and relief, and so will we when we get through singing Micha Mocha to the tune of Ma'os Tzor, and we see that all the words have fit appropriately. But in all seriousness, think about a crossing from challenge into a kind of freedom. We've all had some kind of experience in our life that we can really call to mind and heart to connect us to Micha Mocha, which we say so frequently in our liturgy. We echo the voices of our ancestors from the place of their deepest gratitude for being free, from crossing from the narrow place to the wide expanse. May we all be blessed with and merit such moments throughout our lives. Page 40.
For the Amidah, and as is our custom, we'll say the first three blessings out loud together, and then we'll have some moments for our own private prayer and reflection. And if you can't find the words tonight that are on your mind, in your heart, or in the prayer book, I invite you to just sit down and take in the light of these candles. As I wrote about in our newsletter this morning, the light of the candles is a mirror for us that invites us to look inside and to find that holy spark within. So in those moments of silence, if you lack the words, just take in the light. We turn to page 46 and we rise for the Amidah.
Na אבותינו ואמותינו, אלוהי אברהם, אלוהי יצחק, ואלוהי יעקב, אלוהי שרה, אלוהי רבקה, אלוהי רחל ואלוהי לאה, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואמהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן ברוך, אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל ברוך, אתה אדוני מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש. Page 62.
Say shalom aleinu,
season of miracles, and we pray for miracles of healing for those in need of healing of body and mind and of spirit. If you're joining us on Zoom and like to share the names of loved ones in the chat to be read out loud, please do. And if you're here with us in the sanctuary and you'd like to rise and share the names of anyone you're praying for today out loud, please take a moment tonight to do so. Larry. Thank you. Rachel. Thank you. Laura. Thank you. Karen.
Rita's Blackwell.
Thank you. As a community tonight, we add the names of Cassandra Warshawski, Chaya Blaima Bat Chaim Chia Vasilia Ruchel, Jeffrey Colt, Gerald, David Jacobs, Roman Rachamim, Benzonaida Zilpa, Lois Rubin, Matthew Smith, David Page, Adriano Lago Collenberg, Fran Goldberg, Karen Gould, Risa Bat Baruch, Joseph Siegel, Yosef Ben Herschel Verut, Glenna Bub, Amy Gold, Esther Leah Bat Abraham Nachman Halevi, Lester Gould, Eliezer Nussan Ben Yetzach, Gershon Veracha Leah, and John Jakovic. We turn together to page 253, and we pray for the healing of all those mentioned tonight and all of those in our hearts.
Musicians for this beautiful healing music too. Music is always healing. So we have some Hanukkah music, the moment you've been waiting for. Hanukkah medley, lots of melodies in this medley. And we'll be around page 366. We'll start with Sevivon. We'll go into 364 with Miyam Alel and Ocho Candelitas. Then we'll have a unique original Hanukkah Lipso by our own David Spar. Then we'll have Hanukkah Oy Hanukkah in English and Yiddish. So I think all of these things are, most of them, 50% of them, okay, good enough. It's 366, and just sing out, sing proud. Let's get this thing going.
Vivon, so, Hanukkah, 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 Vivon, so, Hamsi Amulah,
Ocho Candelicas, wonderful Ladino version by Flori Dagoda. I don't know that we have the words in the book, but just Yadadai if you don't, although that's kind of Ashkenazic and not Ladino. What's the Ladino equivalent of Yadadaiing? I don't know. Whatever sounds right with the music. Hakuna linda estar aquí. Ocho candelas para mí. Hanukkah linda estar aquí. Ocho candelas para mí. Una candelita, dos candelitas, tres candelitas, cuatro candelitas, ocho candelitas, seis candelitas, siete candelitas, ocho candelas para mí. Muchas fiestas vou fazer, com alegrias e prazer. Muchas fiestas vou fazer, com alegrias e prazer. Una candelita, dos candelitas, tres candelitas, cuatro candelitas, ocho candelitas, seis candelitas, siete candelitas, ocho candelas para mí. Los pastelicos vou comer, con almendricas y la miel. Los pastelicos vou comer, con almendricas y la Una candelita, dos candelitas, tres candelitas, ocho candelitas, ocho candelitas, seis candelitas, siete candelitas, ocho candelas para mí. Always nice to hear a little Ladino. How many people knew that one? Oh, good. Sounded great. All right. I think it's time for Hanukkah-lypso.
D-Spar on the mic, everybody.
Woo!
So, this is the one time you may ever get to hear me sing in your life. And you may think that it's the only time is a good thing. Everybody's doing the Hanukkah-lypso in Baltimore, Miami, and even Poughkeepsie. It's really fun to do. It takes center stage. The Hanukkah-lypso is the rage of the age. Hanukkah-lypso.
Hanukkah-lypso.
It really is hip so.
It really is hip
Grab a dreidel and spin, land on Gimel, you win. The facto is ipso. Hanukkah-lypso.
Hanukkah-lypso.
Make your heart skip so.
Make your heart skip so.
Grab a partner and dance. Come on and take a chance and do the Hanukkah-lypso. We light the candles for 8 whole nights. Eat those latkes till they're out of sight. We party with our family and with our friends. Do the Hanukkah-lypso, hope it never ends. Hanukkah-lypso.
Hanukkah-lypso.
It really is hipso.
Really is hipso.
Grab a dreidel and spin, land on Gimel, you win. The facto is ipso.
Facto is ipso.
Hanukkah-lypso.
Hanukkah-lypso.
Make your heart skip so.
Make your heart skip so.
Grab a partner and dance. Come on and take a chance and do the Hanukkah-lypso. Rabbi Berkman, she looks so svelte. She bought a new dress with all her Hanukkah gelt. She felt like dancing, so she ran into the floor. Did the Hanukkah-lypso till 3:45. Hanukkah-lypso. It makes you flip so. Take the shamus and light it. Grab a donut and bite it. Pour the wine and sip so. Hanukkah-lypso. Eat your potato chips so.
You mean latkes?
Oh yeah. When you fry it in oil, every boy and goyle will do the Hanukkah-lypso.
Hanukkah-lypso.
Do the Hanukkah-lypso.
Hanukkah-lypso.
Do the Hanukkah-lypso.
Hanukkah-lypso. David Spar, everybody.
This is why we pay him the big bucks. Thank you, David Spar. I mean, those are some original lyrics, and I had forgotten that I was featured in them. What a special surprise. Thank you. So, O Hanukkah / Oy Hanukkah. It really tugs at the Ashkenazic heartstrings if you are of that descent where maybe Yiddish was spoken in your grandparents' home, your great-grandparents, or maybe even your parents' home. Or even if you don't know any Yiddish at all, it is so amazing to sing in one night some Ladino words, some Yiddish words. So we're going to sing O Hanukkah both in English and in Yiddish, which amazingly our prayer book gives us both of those. And that is on page 366. Okay. Yes, so 365 is the English, and then turn to page 366 when we get to the Yiddish. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora.
Gather round the tables, we'll give you a treat. Save the one to play with and latkes to eat.
And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night they shed
a sweet light to
remind us of days long ago.
One for each night they shed a sweet light to
Remind us of days long ago. And now the Yiddish, page 366. Oy Hanukkah, Yom Tefesh, Alusniker, Afrerefer, Nitol noch azoyner, Alle Nacht in Dresdach, vielen Zurich hisse Latkes, Este Adashir, Schmiede, sind Kinder,
Thank you all for leading us in this beautiful Hanukkah medley, and it brought back for me images of our choir singing Ocho Candelitas, and I can see certain people up there with that's a song people really get into, and we pray that next year we'll have our choir back and our band back, and we'll be able to be together. Thank you for everybody who's up here, who's been leading us beautifully in music. Thank you to our amazing staff there was a TCEE, our preschool had a program, and then we had Tot Shabbat. We were feeding people donuts and hot chocolate. I hope you got to enjoy that. And thank you to our amazing staff for being here and helping to run that, and our ARS teachers for helping out. And if you didn't get a sufganiyah, please grab one on your way out. I told some people that yesterday I was called in to taste test them.
True story, I was there.
Yeah, they're rabbi approved. So
Rabbi
if you
approved.
haven't had one, take one home and enjoy it.
Packaged by Cassie. And Steve.
And tomorrow morning, we'll be in the chapel. Josh and I will be leading Saturday morning services at 10:30, and we would love for you to join us. We'll have Torah reading, and we'll be joined by members of Shir Chadash, and we'll have Torah study. So that'll be in the chapel at 10:30.
And also online.
And also
on
online.
Zoom.
Thank you. And we won't be joining again for Hanukkah, but there are 2 more nights, and so we hope that you have a chance to light and be with your community and your friends. And if you have a chance after services, I just want to invite you up to check out one of our menorahs. The Middleman family has a tradition of making a new menorah every year. And this year, in honor of Max becoming a bar mitzvah in the spring, they made a menorah of our sanctuary. And so I don't know if you can see it from where you're sitting, but after services, if you'd like to come up and check it out, I got approval to invite people. So thank you, Max, and thank you to your family for making that beautiful menorah. While we're together tonight, we also want to take a moment to remember those who we've loved and lost, both in recent days and in years past. And we'll turn to Mourner's Kaddish on page 294. And if you're saying Kaddish for a loved one, please take a moment to rise this evening and to share their names with us, whether it's a yard site or you're in a period of Shiva or Shloshim. Denise? Thank you. May their memory be a blessing. Doris and Saul? Thank you. Susan? Thank you. We turn to page 294 for Mourner's Kaddish, and we rise if it's our custom. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yama divra chivrei kirute, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei techol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah v'barach le'olam v'mei amaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yishbar v'yitromam v'yinaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitamal shmei t'isha v'rechu, le'ela
min kol berchata v'shirata,
tushbechata v'nechamata, tamiran v'yama v'imru amen.
Yehi shlama rabba mishmaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mrama,
Hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Zichronam livracha, may their memories be a blessing. We remain standing for the Kiddush, which can be found on page 5.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho b'yahava uvratzon inchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit, ki hu yom techila lemikraei morning. So our tradition teaches that the human soul is the light of God. And I've been teaching the kids many times over Hanukkah, our preschool kids, our religious school kids, that every one of us has a light inside of us, a totally unique light that is totally necessary to the lighting of this world. And when we join our lights together, we have so much power to heal, so much power to connect. And so I've just been loving singing This Little Light of Mine as many times as possible during this holiday, because to me it really gets at that idea that we do have a little light. It sounds a little cheesy, but it's quite profound if you think about it. And how are you going to let it shine? And how are you not going to let it get snuffed out? These are the things we think about when we sing This Little Light of Mine. So I would love for you to sing it out as we rock this concluding song. You can be seated, or you can dance in the aisles, or be standing, or whatever works for you. But really consider, what is your unique light to bring into this world, to light it up?
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, yeah, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. One more time, this little light of mine, sing it out. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, yeah, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. All around the world, put your hands in the air, all around the world, all around the world. I'm gonna let it shine, yeah, all around the world. I'm gonna let it shine, all around the world. Yeah, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. I won't let anyone else get out. I won't let anyone get out. I'm gonna let it shine. I won't let anyone get out. I'm gonna let it shine. I won't let anyone get out, because I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. David Starr, take it away on the keys. David Starr. Sing it out. This light of mine, this light of mine. This light of mine, sing it out, y'all. I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, yeah, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Shine on, folks. Shabbat Shalom. Happy Hanukkah. So
Shabbat
good to
Shalom.
be with you. Hope to see you soon. We can chat a little bit on the steps if you want to grab a donut and say hello. Enjoy the rest of Hanukkah and have a wonderful Shabbat.